Look, I want to thank everyone for being here on such a short notice. But the city has received several calls. The city has received a lot of calls today from the media and members of the public asking if the World Series will cause any streets to be closed. Nah. you know, to be closed. Or if Metro would change bus routes, and even asking what our plan is, what our wager will be with the mayor of D.C. So we want to provide those answers to you today. I'm joined by the Houston Police and the Houston Fire Departments, the Mayor's Office of Public Safety and Homeland Security, and the Mayor's Office of Special Events and Metro. In a moment, I'll ask representatives from each to share important information, and I want you to be aware and prepared. Look, this is an exciting time to be in Houston. I don't know why anybody plans any other events in the month of October. I just don't get it. But there are a lot planned, and there are a lot planned for tomorrow night. But let's make this World Series the best World Series and an enjoyable experience. Of course, baseball fans are still talking about Saturday night's game between the Astros and the Yankees that ended in Jose Altuve's walk-off two-run home run, sending the Astros to their second World Series in 3 years. Now I want you to know, second in 3 years. I want to note that. And as a city, we could not be prouder of this incredible team. As mayor, I'm asking everyone to paint the town orange. Let's paint it orange. And I'm encouraging City of Houston employees and everyone else to wear orange or your best Astros attire, starting with Game 1 tomorrow and continuing for the rest of the series until the Astros win. Also, the lights of City Hall on the bridge and on the bridges over the Southwest Freeway will be orange during the series. Houston is a welcoming city, the nation's fourth largest and most diverse city, and we want to be great hosts when the Washington Nationals and their fans come to town. So please, everyone, help us make this a great experience. Let me pause, because at this time I want to pause and call up George Bunick, the Director of the Mayor's Office of Public Safety and Emergency Management, and he will provide you with some additional details. Following him will be the Houston Fire Chief, Chief Sam Pena, and then followed by, first it will be HPD, Chief Aceveda, then HFD, Chief Sam Pena, followed by Metro, Tim Kelly, the Executive Vice President, and then we will end on the presentations with Susan Christian from the Mayor's Office of Special Events. So Chief Bunick, if you'll come now.
Great, thank you, Mayor. The Office of Emergency Management is going to activate our Emergency Operations Center during the games. And what we do is we provide support for the first responders out in the field and coordinate all the city departments to get them whatever they need out in the field. Public safety is a huge effort, and we don't do it alone. It's truly a team effort where we work with our local, county, state, and federal partners, and we're all going to have representatives in the Emergency Operations Center to make sure that we keep everybody safe. Police Chief Art Acevedo is going to come up next, and he's going to talk about all the specifics of the security arrangements.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you, Mayor. Way to go, Astros. All right. Let's face it, it's an exciting time of year here in Houston, and Mayor, the number one citizen in the city, our mayor, and I think one of the number one fans, but it's going to be a great week. So we're going to go over real quickly about our preparations for this event, but let me start off by just saying this. This is the city of Houston. We're the nation's most welcoming city, as channeled by Mayor Turner. We're the nation's most diverse city, and I want to add that we also have the nation's most polite fans. Yes. Let's give our fans a big hand. What makes me really proud to be the police chief in Houston, Texas, is the cops that we have the privilege of leading and the community that we have the privilege of serving. And when you look at some of the abuse that Astro fans were subjected to in New York at the Yankee Stadium, simply because they had the gall to wear their Astro gear, number one, we don't tolerate here in Houston, Texas. Number two, we don't expect it to happen here in Houston, Texas, to all of our national fans that are coming. We don't expect that to happen in Houston, Texas. But number three, I can assure you, if someone gets out of hand, the Houston Police Department will take immediate action to end the abuse and to hold the people that stepped out of line accountable. We simply will not tolerate abusive behavior in the city of Houston. Quite frankly, I don't expect to make any arrests for that kind of behavior because that's not what Houstonians are all about. So I wanted to get that out in the open because I know that I expect the Nationals, they haven't been in this since 1933. You heard that right, Mayor. It's so sad. They're going to come all the way over here after all these years. The one thing about the Nats, they call themselves the Nats, Astros, we're going to. But I want to get that out because they need to know they're going to come to a great city with a great community, with a great police and fire department that will take care of them. So let's reinforce what Chief Buick talked about. We have been working with our federal, state, county, and local partners to ensure that, as we do with all of our special events, whether it's the NCAA Final Four, the Super Bowl, or the World Series, we will be prepared. The second that the debates that we just had at TSU, the second that the Astros clinched, I got a call from my partner from the FBI, Perry Turner, and again, we're all working together. The Houston Police Department believes that this event will go off without a hitch, but we always prepare for the worst, knowing and expecting for the best. Our entire command staff has been working diligently, as they do with all of these events, and our Chief Finner, Chief Slinkard, Chief Satterwhite. They've all been working with their teams along with Chief Pena and his team to make sure that we continue to have success in these events. We are stronger during these events when we work together, and especially when we have large crowds, when the community doesn't take anything that looks out of the ordinary for granted, doesn't take any threat that they may be aware of for granted, and as we all know, the greatest force multiplier for the police department is the community itself. If you see something, please do not simply dismiss it. Please say something. Please report it to your nearest police officer or call 911 so we can absolutely look at something and be safe rather than sorry. At this time, we don't have any credible threats to this event, but again, we will have a large footprint involved. We'll continue to monitor all threat streams across not just the city and the state and the nation, but the world with our federal partners to make sure no threats are identified, and any threat that's identified we will deal with. We will have police officers around, in and around the stadium, inside the stadium, around the stadium, in the vicinity, all over, near the stadium. These police officers, some of them you will see them, a lot of them in uniform, but many will be in plain clothes and, quite frankly, indistinguishable. You will not know that there's a police officer right by you, but rest assured that even when you don't see us, we're going to be there, not to mention that we'll be using, obviously, public safety cameras and other technologies to monitor the situation. We will have our SWAT team deployed in the area, our special response group, our bomb squad, and obviously our air support. Street closures that you see behind me, the hard closure is all in red, and then you will see some of the detours in the other colors. They will begin at 3 p.m. Street closures will begin at 3 p.m. and extend until 1 a.m. on all game days. Having said that, we've had a couple of games in these exciting playoffs that have gone really late into the night. As a matter of fact, when we clinched the other night, I got a call from my partner, the Washington, D.C. PD chief, and he called me at, I think, almost 1 a.m. his time to congratulate us and to make a wager. He's going to have to wear an Astros Altuve jersey in front of his headquarters as soon as we take this in a few days. Okay, our closures include all streets immediately surrounding the stadium within 1 block radius, including Texas between La Branch and Chartres, Crawford between Capitol and Franklin, Congress between La Branch and Chartres, Hamilton between Capitol and Franklin. Parking will be limited on the streets, bounding and surrounding the stadium. So please pay close attention to no parking zones that you may not be accustomed to, because we don't want to have to tow anybody's car in some of these areas. Pay attention to those type of signs in the area. Watch for, again, emergency no parking signs. We recommend the public arrive early Enjoy the time. Come early. Drive safely, as there will be thousands of pedestrians in the area. Do not drink and drive, but celebrate and enjoy games responsibly. If you plan on drinking, plan ahead. Plan on taking a sober ride home. Plan on taking Uber or another TNC. Plan on using Metro, either the trains or their buses. There will be no firearms allowed inside the stadium by licensed to carry holders. Firearms will not be allowed in the stadium by LTCs, so please, if you are going to leave your firearm in a car, please make sure that you secure it and you lock it to make sure nobody breaks in and steals it. Uber and Lyft, all rideshare and taxis will be at LaBranch and Preston. That will be the best way, the quickest way to get to your rideshare and taxis at LaBranch and Preston. And one of the things that Matt Slinkard put on these notes here that I know he says it every time, Chief Slinkard, what we want you to pack above all else is your patience, your pride, your spirit, and our welcoming spirit, again, that's channeled so beautifully by our mayor day in and day out. This is the city of Houston. We're ready. If you see something, say something. Arrive early. Be polite. Be helpful. And let's treat our visitors the way that we want our fans to be treated when they go to Washington to cheer on the Astros. So again, go Astros. And with that, I'll turn it over to Cap Metro. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry. To my little brother, Sam Payne, my little brother out here. My brother.
Wise brother.
He's younger.
Thank you,
He's younger.
Chief.
He's wiser, too.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you all for being here. What a great reason to have a press conference here today. We're so proud of the Houston Astros. So as you've heard, there's been a lot of planning and a lot of work that has gone into this event to make sure that we have a safe event each and every night. We're certainly proud of our team. I think no other city has seen a team like the Houston Astros. They really do represent excellence and teamwork and effort, and I think that's what's indicative of the city of Houston as a whole as well. Our first priority is public safety, and our firefighters, EMTs, along with the Houston Police Department and other public safety agencies, command staff will be out there in force to ensure that everybody has a safe evening, safe events, and just be mindful that our firefighters, first responders, police officers are out there as well. You know, they're not watching the game. They're out there to ensure that everybody has a good time. What we need from the public the most is we need your cooperation. We need your cooperation. We need you to work with us, with the public safety agencies, and not against us, okay? We need to ensure that you're being responsible. And we want you guys to show respect for yourselves, respect for the city, respect for the visitors that are coming here to enjoy the game. And we look forward to a great World Series, and we look forward to another championship. So with that, what I want to leave you with is be prepared, okay? Be prepared, hydrate appropriately, plan ahead. Chief Acevedo mentioned drinking and driving. That's critical, okay? Enjoy yourselves responsibly. We'll be out there to assist. You can approach any firefighter, any police officer, any person in uniform for any assistance that you may need during these times. So with that, go Astros. We're so proud of what they've achieved for this city and what they represent. Thank you all.
Thank you. I'm Tim Kelly with Metro, and I want to thank the mayor and the city for having Metro here. We're a mobility agency, and we're proud to be part of the solution for the World Series. We want to tell you the train is the best way to get to the game, and I'm really proud to Metro to do their part. We're announced today that if you're a ticket holder for this event, you ride the train for free to get to the games. So we want to. And with that, Chief Acevedo mentioned we do have some late inning games. We're prepared to run service late if necessary. We want to wrap them all up quick and win. But if we're late, we're prepared to run extra trains to support extra crowds and to run service till we get everybody home. And with that, Metro wants to be part of the solution and take the train to the game. Thanks.
What a great team we have to cheer on, and let me tell you, there's a great team behind me. Under the leadership of Mayor Turner, it is exciting to work with all of our city departments, and they've told you all the straight stuff, so I guess I'll just sing, celebrate good times, come on. And we are going to celebrate. This, as the mayor said, we are turning Houston orange, and whether it's City Hall or the bridges, but also there will be a lot of partying throughout this city. I'd like to bring a couple of them to your attention. Of course, the chief just told you about all the road closures, so we want you to know where you're going and get there as efficiently as you can. One of the game day celebrations, of course, is right over there on Crawford at Astros. Your game day ticket will get you in for the celebration on Crawford Street. That starts at 4 p.m. Before every home game. Also, the watch parties on the games that are away. The watch parties will begin at 5 p.m. And we want you to go to astros.com to get your ticket and celebrate together as a city over at Minute Maid and also on Crawford Street. For those who are not going to get into the hustle and bustle, just a few blocks away over on Avenidas, they're going to have an out-of-this-world series party on the plaza. They'll have DJs, they'll have big screening, and this is for every game day that starts at 3 p.m. on Avenidas. But let me tell you, what I know is every bar, every restaurant, all those private events, to the mayor's point, those people who plan, which are a number of us in this room, plan events in October, we're also renting a lot of big screens at those private events, but we want everyone to lift up the Astros as they are lifting us up. You know, it takes a big old village to get all of our winning, our championship there, right? It takes great attitudes, it takes great fans, and Houston has them. So come out, celebrate, be sure and take ride share, because we're going to be celebrating a lot. We're going to be responsible, Chief. And just thank you. Help spread the word that Houston is ready. We are ready to bring home another championship. Thank you.
Thank you. And just a few other points. Thank everyone in Houston. Houston has Astros and World Series fever. And as you can see from the screen behind me, Bark, there you go. Bark has created a timely promotion. Wear your favorite Astros gear during the World Series and receive 50% off on adoption fees. It's a great way to find a forever home for our furry friends. Over the weekend, I received a message from the New York City Mayor, de Blasio, promising to send the city some refreshments from the Bronx Brewery and Cannoli. That's what he wagered on behalf of New Yorkers during the ALS Championship Series. Looking forward to getting that timely. Now I'm also, I'm sorry. Gracious winners. We are gracious winners. Now I'm asking Houstonians. Now this is the part where all Houston can play. I'm asking Houstonians to send us some ideas about what we as a city should wager with D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser. Initially, we were going to come up with something ourselves. But this is one time, this is special. This is the World Series. So we're looking forward to getting ideas from Houstonians as to what you think we should wager with the D.C. mayor. We have a lot of great food in restaurants. What represents Houston and what should we wager? Of course, we know the Astros will win, so we aren't too worried about making good on the wager. But if you can get us your ideas between now and tomorrow morning, and then after that, we'll make the wager way before the game starts tomorrow at 7. So look, it's an exciting time to be in the city of Houston. You know, just think, we've hosted the Super Bowl. We've hosted the NCAA Men's Final Four Championship, and now hosting 2 World Series in 3 years in the city of Houston. So let's keep it going. Game is tomorrow, and enjoy yourselves, but be safe and make your plans early enough so you don't get caught up in the crowd. So plan early, plan where you want to be. But Houston, let's go orange, and let us all win together for the Astros and win for the city. Any questions to any one of these individuals?
Okay. Bueno, okay. Mary, here we go. Where you at? Bueno, buenas tardes. Hoy estamos aquí para celebrar nuestros Astros y el béisbol. La Serie Mundial va a empezar mañana y queremos que la comunidad sepa que estamos listos. El departamento de policía y los bomberos con Sam Peña, el liderazgo de Sam Peña, vamos a tener suficientes oficiales para estar manteniendo la seguridad pública. Lo que necesitamos es que la comunidad sepa que vamos a estar cerrando las calles que vienen aquí atrás en rojo, empezando a las 3 p.m. el día de los juegos, las 3 p.m. hasta las 1 de la mañana. Es importante que sepan que vamos a tener, si tiene boleto para ir al juego, puede entrar a los trenes del metro de gratis o los autobuses también. También es importante que la comunidad se recuerde que la comunidad es nuestros ojos, nuestros oídos, y si saben que algo sospechoso, si ven algo sospechoso, si escuchan algo sospechoso, por favor llámenos. Y el fin del día, acuérdese, si va a estar tomando, por favor no maneje. Haga un plan de acción para poder ir a su casa con seguridad y no tomar bajo la influencia. Si va a venir al juego y necesita un Uber and Lyft, el lugar mejor para tomar el Uber, el Lyft y los taxis es en la Branch y la Preston, la calle Preston. Y también es importante que la comunidad sepa que no vamos a permitir el desrespeto de nuestros amigos que van a estar visitando y los fanáticos que van a estar aquí apoyando a los Nationals de Washington. Así que vamos a respetarlo, tener el espíritu de nuestro alcalde, de nuestra ciudad, que somos una ciudad con la más diversidad del mundo entero, aquí en Houston, y vamos a ganar esta Serie Mundial, pero con respeto y también con seguridad para todo el mundo. Así que, with that, Sam, do you want to say anything in Spanish?
Buenas tardes, a lo que nos pertenece a nosotros, el Departamento de Bomberos. Primeramente, quiero agradecer al Departamento de Policía y a mi colega, mi compañero, Arla Acevedo, y seguramente al alcalde, Sylvester Turner, por el apoyo que nos ha dado para prepararnos para este evento. Lo que queremos decir es que el Departamento de Bomberos va a estar preparado. Vamos a tener recursos disponibles para asistir a las personas que acuden a los juegos. Y lo que queremos decirle a la comunidad es que hay que ser responsables, ¿sí? Hay que ser responsables. Si van a tomar, no manejen, planeen con bastante tiempo. Y hay que ser respetuosos, hay que respetarnos a nosotros, a esta ciudad y a los visitantes que vienen aquí a disfrutar de la Serie Mundial. Vamos a estar preparados, vamos a tener bastantes recursos para poder asistir y acudir a las gentes que necesiten ayuda. Y lo único que les pedimos es que se preparen adecuadamente y hay que ser respetuosos y estar preparados. Estamos muy agradecidos de que nos vengan a visitar aquí los Washington Nationals. Esperamos ganar la Serie Mundial, pero en lo que nos cabe aquí, queremos pedirle al público que nos ayude a nosotros a ayudarles a ellos. De parte del alcalde, Sylvester Turner, el Departamento de Policías y Arla Acevedo y el Departamento de Bomberos, gracias por su ayuda y por su apoyo. Thank you.
I was going to add a little bit more to that. But in the interest of time, we can do ours one-on-one. I just wanted to add a little bit more that they left out, Having said that, you can send your ideas to Twitter @HoustonTX. Twitter @HoustonTX. You can send those ideas on what you think that we should wager with the mayor of Washington, D.C. Send it to our Facebook page, but Twitter @HoustonTX. Any questions to these? Yes. Yeah, the security will be at maximum. I mean, we're treating this as a major event like a Super Bowl event. And, of course, our number one job is to protect people, those who are here, those who will be going to the games, those who are visiting our town. So security will be at max capacity. And we want everybody to be safe, and we want people to enjoy the games. And just like Chief Acevedo, Chief Pena, Chief Bunik have said, we're going to Office of Homeland Security will be at Category 3. Will be at Category 3. And then there will be security you will readily, easily see, and then there will be a lot of it that you will not see. So we'll be ready for throughout the entire series, okay? And hopefully, well, I don't want to jinx it, hopefully it won't last long, but in our favor. As long as it's in our favor. But yeah, we'll be ready. That's why we wanted to have this announcement, so people will know, what streets will be blocked and what they can expect. And
Right around there, are there certain things they should sort of, keep in the back of their mind, or maybe not park in certain areas, like if they're going to work, they're going to be there all day, and, they're going to close it through, there's certain things they should do.
Yeah, they should not. Yeah, like I said earlier, pay attention to the signs that are going to be up. There'll be plenty of signage. If you don't think you can be at your car by 3, do not park there. Park somewhere outside of the footprint. We don't like having to tow people's cars. It's just not fun, but it's something that we have to do. And then once that closure starts, we'll be towing cars. So plan ahead, and enjoy the time. The other thing is, on home games, at away games, we expect large crowds, larger than in the previous rounds. So there will be road closures during the watch parties at the Minute Maid Park. So there will be road closures as well during the watch parties. Yes.
And then bear in mind, and Susan Christian may mention this morning, is that we'll have like 43,000 people in the Minute Maid in the stadium, but we're also expecting about another 40,000 plus people outside who don't have tickets. They just want to be in the space. So this time around, it's not just the 43,000 people who are going. It's the 40-plus thousand people who will be showing up because they just want to be close. They don't have tickets, but they just want to be close. And then there may be some Good Samaritan who may have tickets, decide they want to give it to a stranger. And so, people like, my cousins and stuff will be in the area. Yeah. I thought I would mention them since they called me, asking me for some tickets, Unfortunately, I've got some October events, and I don't want to make anybody mad. If I promise I would be at your gala. I'm gonna be at the gala for my brief remarks. But Vice Mayor Tim, come on around. Oh man, come on around. This is Astro time. We're all in this together. Any other? That's all right. Now, isn't that something? Act like he didn't want to be up front. Now he's got his baseball. He got his ring on. Now you know you're wrong for that. If the police wasn't here, I'd take that ring off your finger and run to my office and close the door. I'm sorry. Any other questions? I know it's light, but it is very serious. Okay, the security portion is very serious. And again, I know some will be drinking responsibly. Drink responsibly. Be a good time to utilize Metro on their offer. No charge. So if you're going to the game, if you got a ticket, no charge. Yeah, if you got a ticket, a real ticket, no charge. And then use the taxis or TMCs as much as possible. Or better yet, if you're going to go to both games and you're not going to work, or if you're going to work, if you're downtown, get a hotel room. Why don't you do that? And that way you can stay out as long as you want to, and then go and get a hotel room, and you'll be helping out a lot of people. So let your stay vacation do the World Series be at some hotel in the downtown area or very close to it. Okay, having said that.
Seventh inning stretch. Come on, guys. Come on, let's go. Ready, Mayor? You said you were going to do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Take me out to the ball game.
Take me out with the crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks, and I don't care if you ever come back from this root for the Astros. When they win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Thank you. And National You're going down.